Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. We're here in the F-14 today and we're going to be defending the fleet against a mass of Russian bombers. They're going to be modernized Russian Tupolev 22Ms. They're going to be shooting anti-ship missiles here, and they got flanker escorts. We got to make sure the fleet survives. And we got the good old trusty F-14. Got the fleet right off the nose here. Just pulling up the Phoenix missiles. We'll throw the master arm on. And we'll buzz the fleet here. We got a bunch of F-14s. I think there's still some more on the deck there. I don't know if those are going to get launched, if they're ready for launch. Let's just buzz the carrier here real quick. And then we'll climb with the other F-14s to engage those bombers. What a beautiful sight. Okay, we'll head over to our guys and we're going to start climbing. Multiple flights of F-14s here. Everyone is carrying all 6 AIM-54s, which is the maximum amount of AIM-54s that the Tomcat could carry. The Tomcat absolutely could not land carrying all 6 AIM-54s. It's just too heavy. So in real life, they never flew with 6 AIM-54s, unless it was like a photo opportunity, and in which case I think they went back and landed on the ground instead of on the carrier. But in a combat situation like this, when you know you're going to be launching those AIM-54s, they would obviously bring all 6, I'm sure. Obviously a scenario like this never happened in real life, where a Russian massive bombers attacked a carrier fleet. But we're going to see how it plays out here today. Again, those are modern Russian bombers, and they're going to be shooting modern missiles, and and they have flanker escorts with modern missiles. So it's not like the old scenarios where you had the Tupolev 95s, which are also still very capable, you know, but these are Tupolev 22s, and the F-14 is technically retired, but we're going to see if she could still defend the fleet even today, even with her, you know, older AIM-54 loadout, which by today's standards are obsolete. There they go, looks like they're going to peel off. The AIM-54, the Phoenix missile, was designed exactly for this scenario, to shoot down masses of Russian bombers, and also with the capability to intercept cruise missiles. The AIM-54 also, contrary to popular belief, is very capable of hitting small fighter-sized maneuvering targets, and that can be shown to be true in the Iran-Iraq War, where inside of 30 to 40 miles, the Iranians used them to devastating effect against Iraqi fighters, many of which were maneuvering. Not all, because sometimes it came top down and they had no idea it was coming. So, very capable missile. And keep in mind that the AIM-54 was technically the first Fox 3. It was the first missile to have an internal radar capable of self-guidance in terminal phase. And pretty much it's the predecessor, the technology demonstrator or tester, prototype, whatever, for what would later be the AMRAAM. And just with how large the missile is, it needed to be, oh, this guy's gonna climb. It had to be that large to carry the fuel and the internal radar, but as technology improved, these guys are climbing to shoot. And the radars got smaller and the fuel got more efficient, then the AMRAAM got smaller, right? These guys are shooting, look at this. Oh yeah. Everyone's letting loose their Phoenixes, look at that, incredible. Look at this. Oh my god, I've never seen so many Phoenixes. Alright, I got this guy locking me off the nose here. Actually what it is the ships behind me, the carrier fleet, is attempting to lock the bombers and cruise missiles off the nose. Fox 3 from me. We're still very far away. The other F-14s are climbing. They're gonna meet the enemy head on. I think everyone's shot their AIM-54s. Okay, we got missile launch. I think from the ships, but also from probably the flankers in front. But those guys should theoretically, those AIM-54s should be heading or reaching them any moment now, so they are going to be in for a rude awakening momentarily. Okay, I'm not sure how many of them are still alive, but we're gonna push in. I still have 5 Phoenix missiles, which will shoot into whoever has survived so far. I don't see the ships. I don't know how many missiles they managed to get off. So the ship will... definitely we're not able to shoot down every single one before they shoot all their missiles. The ships will have to defend themselves to a certain degree. Fox 3 on this guy. And the ships are more than capable of defending themselves. They got the Sea-Wiz, they got, you know, all the missiles for intercept. They should be fine. We just can't allow all of these bombers to shoot all of their missiles. That will overwhelm the fleet. There's an F-14 up there. I'll get a little bit closer. I'm just defending slightly in case there's missiles in the air headed at me or at the F-14s. And then we're gonna have to go head on into this formation of flankers and bombers. And we'll have to go guns and sidewinders if we have to. I'll fire my Phoenixes before we merge with these guys. Climbing back up now. There they are in the cons. So these are the guys who survived the massive Phoenix missiles. There's not a whole lot of them left, you can see. Looks like their formations were mostly thinned out. So what we'll do is we're going to put them into a PAL lock, a pilot acquisition lock. And then I'm going to throw some Phoenix missiles at them. There we go, got them locked. Fox 3, there it goes. Just takes a second for the Phoenix to come off. And we'll put the ACM switch up so that these missiles are now coming off the rail active. There's no need to maintain lock. Here we go, Fox 3 again. They're shooting missiles too, you can see. I got 2 more Phoenixes, I just want to shoot them into these formations. Fox 3. And give me the other guy, yep, Fox 3 on this guy. We're all out of Phoenix missiles now. And we're going to push in for sidewinders and guns. Okay, I got a bomber here. Looking for a lock. We want to... I'm actually going to have to go for guns on this guy because we're so close. Up the gunshot. Oh, this guy's shooting. They got tail gunners, these guys. Shoot quickly. Okay, got him. I did not know these guys had tail gunners. That seems kind of primitive. I mean, it's better than nothing, though. I'd rather have tail gunners than nothing back there. Here's another one. This guy's far enough. We'll try to hit him with a sidewinder. Fox 2. And he sees it. He's dropping flares. Yeah, he's dumping all of his flares. Wait for his flares to finish. Okay, there we go. Give him a second one. Fox 2 again. That one's tracking. And Splash to Glove 22. Got to be another guy. Here we go. We got 3 in the cons here. We'll pick one of these guys off. I'm sure the other F-14s are doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Whoever survived the massive Phoenix missiles is now being shredded by guns and sidewinders. And the idea is we want to kill these guys so they can't go back and, you know, get new missiles. Also, it's good to take care of the pilots, right? Very difficult to replace a pilot once he crashes into the ocean and gets eaten by a shark or something. Okay, looking for a lock here. We got him. And guns. Nice clean guns. Almost had him there. Oh, he's... okay, he actually hit me. His gunner hit me. I'm getting hit bad here. Okay, he's dead. He hit me actually a couple times pretty good there. I bet you half of those lock tones I'm getting are from the radar of the tail gunners, as they're getting a lock so they can get a proper lead computing on where to shoot their guns. It's pretty quiet out here now. Something in the distance here in the cons looks like something over there. I don't know what it is. It's shooting a missile. It's a pretty long missile. Not long enough for me to identify what that is though. So I'm actually going to push this and get a little closer. I was going to say I'm not going to shoot missiles at him yet, but I don't have any to shoot anyway, so. Yeah, that's an F-14. You can tell from the Dorito shape. So we'll follow this guy. I think he's on the tail of a bomber here. Yes, here's the bomber. So let's help him out with this bomber. And then I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to very quickly have a fuel problem. The bomber is shooting at the other F-14. Guns on. Tore off his right wing. That's it for that guy. Everyone's bailing out. Okay, I think we got most of these guys. We'll head back to the carrier now, because again, I do have a fuel issue. I have just exactly about 3,000 pounds here. 3,900 pounds to be exact. So actually 4,000. Should be enough to get me back to the carrier. Okay, the carrier is intact. Doesn't look like any of the ships have been hit with anything. Everyone looks good. I don't see any damage on anybody, no smoke. That ship is maneuvering exactly for the carrier. I don't know why he's doing that. Everything looks good. Carrier looks good. So there it is. The F-14 seems like it was able to do this scenario and protect the fleet. Another successful day for the Tomcat out here today. It's quite remarkable. This thing was retired and we used Phoenix missiles from like the 80s and still it was successful. So it really shows you how good the Phoenix missile was. Alright, we'll come around and land this thing.